Good morning, good morning. Say hey when you're hopping on. I did pop on a few of my eye masks this morning. Let's get this shared on my business page. I just was downloading a recipe. Brown butter brownies. They look really chocolatey. Oy. I mean, I'm thinking about making them. I probably shouldn't. But you know what? It's the holidays. But I got to stay on track, if you know. I got to weigh in for my annual, I have reached lifetime goal in the first part of January. So, well, technically somewhere in January, but I tend to go towards the beginning just because then that means on the holidays I kind of keep myself together. So let's take off the eye masks. Sometimes it's a messy middle. Oops, I just threw that eye mask. There it is. Throwing things. But we're going to talk, as I get into it, a little bit about blush placement. But before we do that, first of all, collagen, because if you know, you know. Let me see if I actually shared that. Yep, I did. Let's take a minute. Isn't this cute? I don't know if you can tell. It's got a little fuzzy to it. It's super soft. Quarter zip, but I didn't even know until this morning when I looked in the mirror. Look at the little dangle. It's a Christmas tree. And it's from Walmart and it was like $12. So, yeah, I had to have one. But anyway, got some things going on. I have not started my Christmas cards yet. I did get them out of the drawer yesterday. That's a step in the right direction. Although we have sent one. We sent to John's mom because we want to make sure she gets it on time. We found a really cool one for her. So we mailed it from the post office yesterday. Should make it without any trouble. Now hopefully it makes it without any trouble without destroying it because it is kind of thick. Fingers crossed, y'all. All right, let's get this warming up. I have to unzip that a little bit. Sorry about that. Whew, chilly. Okay. So there's pink in it. It seems like all of my holiday things that I'm picking up this year have a form of pink in them because pink's my favorite. Speaking of pink, I'm going to use Pinky Promise. I keep asking when these are coming back in stock. Soon, I hope, because I love them. I know they sold them out so fast that now they have to wait for the stock to come back up again. I hope that's soon. I had a friend yesterday approach me about creating a fun bundle for a significant other. And so I did that for him yesterday. So if that's something that you want to drop a hint to your husband about, you can go ahead and have them contact me and I will put together a bundle that you will love. Now, we'll keep it a surprise. We won't tell you what it is because that's half the fun. But he's local, so I'm actually going to wrap it for him too. He's like, oh yeah, do that. Wrap that thing. Yeah, my husband has been doing all the wrapping and I've so appreciated it because I've been doing other stuff, like walking, catching up with the Glam Girls, planning what we're going to be taking with us when we go up to Michigan. Speaking of Michigan, holy moly, they got hit with some snow yesterday, and wow, if you're from Michigan, I hope you are taking it easy today and not out on the roads, because one of my friends does volunteering in the morning on Wednesdays, and she said when she was driving to town to do her volunteering, there was only one road plowed. Thankfully, she must have, I don't know if she took her husband's truck. I don't think what she drives is a four-wheel drive. So yeah, she made it, but still be safe. Even CMU, like when I went to school there, they never delayed or canceled classes or whatever. They do that now. which is great for the safety for the staff and the students, even if they're not, living on campus. But back in the day, back in the 80s, they didn't think about safety of the staff having to get there. We just always had to have, always be there. Well, they're delayed 3 hours, so hopefully that will give the road crews enough time to make safe pathways. I think it's supposed to stay cold up there too, so it's like that snow's not going to go anywhere. I really want it to warm up so that when we get there, in the end of the month, that the snow in Michigan is at least down and not like covering the roads. But be safe out there today, you guys. I'm just happy that we're waking up to some sun today. It's down here in South Carolina. It has been kind of dreary, not gonna lie, but that's okay. We're making it through. We're gonna have some sun. It's gonna be a little chilly, but that's okay. Alrighty, I think that's gonna be it for the eye look. I may tap a little bit more of the Pinky Promise, like right here, just to kind of brighten it up. I think it will do that now. But we're gonna talk about blush placement in a little bit when I get to it. I had good intentions that I was going to. Oh, good morning, Jody. That I was going to have most of my face done and just talk straight about the blush placement. Because, it's important as we get older, figuring out how to put blush on. Who would have thought that would have changed? There's an art to putting blush on when you get older. I'm just going to say that right there. There's like all of the things when you're younger, it says smile and put that blush on the apple of your eye. Well, when you're not smiling, that apple is drooped. And it just makes you look older and tireder. It's okay, but we can fix that. All right, so yeah. So I was talking a little bit about messy in the middle. Like the middle of your journeys can be messy. Mine was, man, and I'm still in my journey. Like I don't want to say there's an end to the journey of losing weight, but at least right now I'm at my lifetime goal. And I'm happy with it. And I gotta tell you, it's hard in the holidays to stay mindful. But the challenge that I'm coming up against in this is like talking to myself about what is something that I really want to indulge in. And this morning I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it be great to, on Christmas Eve, because we'll be going to the favorite bagel shop to pick up bagels for the daughter, to just like sit and chill and relax and have a bagel with some coffee. But I don't know if that's going to work out because I'm not sure where we're staying that night. So I don't want to cut it short in the morning, although I do want to get to the bagel shop as early as possible. But the dilemma is, let me see, let's get some foundation on. We're going to use tinted moisturizer today. I was going to bring in my Uplift oil because I've actually been mixing it and really liking mixing the Uplift oil with this, and I don't know, that combination is really, really good. So I don't know. The journey becomes messy, even messy during the day, like, right? Could be day by day. There was a Weight Watchers meeting this morning I was listening to as I was getting ready. And there's a member that is very successful in what he does. But he said he started to journal this month. And journaling this month means like he's keeping track, because he has never done it before, of the foods that he wants to eat but is holding himself back from eating. Or at least pausing enough to think about, do I really want to have that? Which is kind of where I was going with that bagel. Do I really want to have that? Yes, I can. I only have a couple times a year that we get up there that we can do that. And they're way better when you have them right at the shop, because they're freshly made, and there's the cream cheese, and the coffee is refillable, which is important. But for me, is Christmas Eve the day that I really should be planning to have it? And the answer to that is probably not, but we'll think about it, because I will have already had breakfast at wherever we're staying. And we generally, I mean, this year's kind of up in the air, but we generally will have a family get together on Christmas Eve night with food. There's food. The last couple of years, it's been appetizers and snicky snacky thingies, like, so I'm gonna have to be very mindful of that. But so this year's kind of up in the air. Not sure. We're gonna see what's happening. But generally, I bring a veggie tray. In this 12-day challenge I'm in yesterday, the moderator or the person that created the challenge was talking about, you know, the person that brings the veggie tray. And the topic was trying to like increase our non-starchy veggies, but there's other ways to do that. Well, I'm the person that brings the veggie tray to Christmas Eve. One, because I know that's something that I will like try to fill my plate up on mostly, but I also make my own Greek yogurt dip. And so I'm not going to feel bad about bringing a veggie tray. And so, like I said, it's kind of up in the air this year whether or not we will do that. But I generally don't necessarily buy the veggie tray already put together because one, they usually have a dip already put in there and I don't want to use that dip. And two, I like to control my dip because it's Greek yogurt and all the spices I like. And other people like it too. So yeah, so that's one thing. But that's Christmas Eve. So do I let myself have that bagel in the morning or not? It's messy trying to decide. So I'm thinking, I don't know. As I'm chatting this through with you, I'm kind of thinking I might actually be talking myself out of the bagel on Christmas Eve morning. I don't know. It's also going to depend on the weather. Y'all in Michigan, you need to get that weather cleared up before we get up there because I do not like driving or riding to and from places where the snow is really bad. So I'm hoping that all this stuff clears out and gives us like a solid week between here and Michigan because we drive to keep that snow off the roads. I mean, if it's going to snow, have it be cleared off, have everything because we drive through the mountains. Y'all, it's not fun. It's not fun in the summer, let alone when it's winter time. So there's that. Anyway. I just keep staring at the shirt. It's so cool. It's from Walmart. Like I said, it's only $12. Plus, besides that, there's like a bunch of different patterns. And I was like flipping through all the patterns yesterday, trying to decide which one I wanted. It was fun. And ultimately, this is one that was like, I had seen it on Instagram. Okay, I'm doing the contour. The contour I do lower on the cheek. And then you basically are going to want to put the blush above that. So you want to keep it up. But notice I'm not doing like the smiling trick. That does not work for those of us that have mature faces up in age. Because what? Let me get this blended in. And the contour for me is just giving a little more shape to my face. You can skip this step if you want. But one, I think it helps me figure out where to put the blush. And two, I just need a little extra shape in the face. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay, blush. All right, first pick a color that you really like. Mine is actually a cream blush, which is better on mature faces because powder can settle easier into fine lines and wrinkles, even if you prep your face. But for blush, you can do especially with cream sticks, you can swipe it on. For me, I like doing that. I also, if you want to like a little bit lighter touch with it, you can put it on the back of your hand to warm it up and then use your blush brush. But there's a couple of things you can do. You can put your 2 fingers next to your nose, go above and on top of where that cheekbone is, and you're going to pull it up this way. Okay, so we're going to start. You don't want to get any closer to the nose than that. Just like that. Then you're going to blend it out. And when you blend out, you blend this way and then up. And what that does, it helps to keep it lifted so your face doesn't fall. Nobody wants their face to fall. But it also gives a little bit extra lift so that you look more youthful. So that is, and make sure you're blending it up towards that temple, kind of like in a swoopy. All right. See how pretty that is? Now I put it on my cheeks. Smile. Let's just, and we're not smiling. See how far down it goes down by the nose? You don't want to do that. So again, you can do the 2 fingers. Start on the top of the cheekbone. Draw your line straight up. Now, if you're just using the blush method, you can do the same thing, but just concentrate your blush in that brush in that area. There we go. So, oh, here's a brush story. Besides making sure you keep your brushes cleaned, I tried a fancy new brush travel kit that comes in this, like, I don't know, this case that you can put in your, it had the brushes already in there. And I like to put a little blush right here too. And I took that with me on my Thanksgiving trip. I'm just here to say, I really like my Younique brushes better than this really expensive set. I'm just saying. They work better with the products. They work, I don't know, I was just having a real hard time. And yeah, it might have been a learning curve, but I gave it like 4 days. And I still didn't really enjoy it. So, yeah, my Younique brushes win. All right, I'm going to get my concealer brush, tap a little bit in here just to make sure that that under eye is blended out well. A sleepy bug left over. And I also like to tap in the setting powder right beside my nose, because that has a tendency to be a little bit more oil prone, and not really oily, but it will break out. It'll break some of the makeup up through the day. I mean, it looks great to start with, but then all of a sudden, we're not happy with it. So I'm gonna do some setting powder. And there we go. Got my paycheck from Younique the other day, and boy, from November, you guys are amazing for helping me out there. And plus, you guys got so many cool things, and I've reached out and thanked personally the people that had purchased from me throughout the month of November, which I'm going to make that a normal practice. Like, I don't do that enough to just reach out and thank you, but not only thank you, but also check in on how things are going with the things that you got. And somebody I reached out with yesterday, I'm really glad I did, because one of the things she got, she was not exactly thinking it was just right. So I got to reach back out to her again today. I gave her customer support information and said, take a picture of what you are experiencing and reach out to them, and they will make it right, because you hadn't had it very long. So like within the first 14 days, you can get your money back, or you can get a replacement, and you can even get a replacement after a certain amount of time. You get this blended in. Up to 90 days. So now you may have to pay shipping to go back if they required it to send it back, but you didn't pay shipping on the first one. So right now, anyway, the free shipping was all through November. It's still all through December. I don't know if the way they're wording it, they're going to bring shipping costs back. I hope not, because I've just really enjoyed there being free shipping on everything, no matter what it was. So stay tuned on that. But for now, you still have free shipping on everything. You also still have time if you want to pick up a few things for yourself or to spoil people that you want by Christmas. I think December 18th is the last day to ship in the US to get your things by Christmas. Now, somebody was telling me that that might be the same date the US Post Service uses for Christmas cards, but don't quote me on that one. I need to go look that one up. I may be pushing the envelope on that one. We'll see. All right, let's get this brow gel. I can't wait for my friend to try this, because we may have to have her come over and do like a small tutorial, because there's a learning curve on using a brow gel, in my opinion. Next week is a haircut week. I've also been scoping out my holiday nails. Like on Pinterest, I usually go out and find something that I like and send it to my nail wizard. Yeah, she's a wizard. And I have a gift card from a birthday It's from August that I hadn't used yet. So I'm going to use that for part of it because, yeah, my nails are not going to be covered in this completely. Because when she does extra, it costs extra. Yeah, it takes her more time. But I also need to check to make sure we have enough time to do what I want because my hair is that day too. And, you know, that's going to have to happen. Although the haircut is just a haircut this time because I got my hair colored last time. Usually get it done every 2 months. So far, that's okay. Yeah, I gotta stop playing with this. Gotta stop playing with it. It's gonna have to be, wipe this nose. All right, I may let that set and just come back to it for a sec. We did the blush placement. After I put my blush on and my setting powder, I like to come back with a little extra blush. And this time I'm just gonna put it on the brush itself and then tap it in. Just gives you a little bit of that extra rosy glow. And use that same line. Don't go any further than your pupil as a starting point and keep it high on your cheekbone and bring it up towards your temple. And don't forget the nose. Rudolph. All right. I also decided I was going to wear a lip stain. I almost grabbed the brow gel to put on my lips. That would be an interesting look. Although brown lipstick is not a bad thing. But, and this one might be dark. We're going to have to see. Wipe most of it off here. Yeah, it's dark. No going back now. Yikes. This is a dark one. All right, with the lip stain, you want to do a really light coat first. And come back and fill it in. Yeah, like I said, that's dark. That's okay. It's the holidays. All right, leave that alone for a sec while I do my mascara and then we'll come back to it. Making sure I didn't get on my teeth. Well, let's grab this brush here. Just smoothing out the line a little bit. All right, let's do the mascara. That'll help. Don't be scared of my lips. It's a pretty purple. And I thought I had one in the drawer. There was somebody that had gotten a lipstick set for me over the holidays, and I didn't have this one to show them, so I may have to show them this one. I still have some of my Advent boxes, so that's up to 70% off, or it's actually like 70% off on all the things in the box. There's 12 full-size products. If you drop Advent in the comments, I can send you a link for that. If you have any questions on any of the things that you saw me use today, just go ahead and say December in the comments, and we will make sure that you get the perfect package for yourself or those that you love. I know I picked up on some things for stocking stuffers myself. All right, this is Quadra. This is one of the things that's going in some stockings. And it's because it's the most amazing. It's got growth serum in there, so it helps your lashes grow longer. It's tubing so that it's going to come off easier. All right. Messy in the middle. Is your journey messy in the middle? I know my weight loss journey was definitely messy in the middle. And it's still messy, but it's a different kind of messy. My messy in the middle was that when I first joined, I lost quite a bit of weight quite quickly. And then I just got comfortable where I was. I was not at goal. I was still quite a ways from goal, so I was in the 180s. And my goal was 149. So I still had a good amount to lose. But it just got super messy in the middle because I got complacent about doing the things. And quite frankly, I was feeling good compared to the 250 pounds I was on my 5-foot frame. I was feeling quite good and able to walk distances, which I couldn't do when I was at my heaviest. But it got messy because I wasn't really paying attention. And then the weight started to creep up little by little, you know, not so you'd notice a ton. It wasn't like I was gaining 5 pounds every week. It was like, oh, I gained, you know, I gained a pound, but I lost 0.5. I gained a pound and a half, but I lost 0.2. So it was just kind of gradually creeping up. Or I'd have some weeks where I'd lose and I'd be all excited. But it just like, I got kind of like this right there, you know. And then it was just like, okay, let's see if we can do this. We can see if we can just kind of be a little bit more consistent in the things that we're doing. Whether it be drinking water or getting some activity in or planning our meals and kind of sticking to what we plan. It just finally clicked that I needed to do the work. Yeah. And I'm lucky in that it was still coming off in the, you know, slowly but surely. And it took me 13 years to finally reach my goal. That is now 3 years ago. There we go. I think that's good. We're going to call that good. I'm going to go for a walk because it's not awful out right now. All right. How do I feel about those lips? I'm going to pop just a little bit of Glossy on top. And we're going to call it good. This is a lip balm. There, that helps. Okay. We're going to call that good for the day. Let's put a little setting spray because we'll be outside. If you want a link for this shirt, I can go ahead and find the one that I don't make a commission on anything like from Walmart, but if you want to pick up a shirt like this, just let me know. I should set this back up in this cute little Christmas tree. All right. You guys have a fantastic day. We will see you guys again on Friday. Bye, y'all.